Hi Lighthouse family, good morning, nice to see you. These are strange times, and as you know, there's been a lot of movement this week on gathering and non-essential gathering, and we need to be responsible in how we deal with that as a church. So the reality is that we probably have to change the way we meet, and we're going to have to do virtual meetings using technology much more rather than meeting in the church building. So I wanted to share with you kind of where our thinking has got to, and ask you to be patient with us as we try and work out a way forward. But let's start with a verse. What just was on my heart was Jesus says that I am the vine and you are the branches. Remain in me as I remain in you, and love one another. And that's kind of like a pattern for us, I think, is that we just remember that we come from the vine, we're connected into him, he's our source, and we keep going back to him. But also remember that we are his branches, and that we're all flowing out of him, and we're branches together. So we need to think about how we can care for one another. Okay, so that's the kind of base that we always remember. So what does it mean practically? So firstly, we need to make sure we're connected. You know, we have groups in church, all sorts of groups, light groups, ministry groups, some prayer groups. Please can I ask everybody to make sure that they are connected into one of the groups. You need to be supported, and you are somebody else's answer to prayer. If you're not in a light group already, please just email Kezzie, KEZZIE at lighthouselondon.org, and we will arrange for you to get into a group, okay? Because groups are going to be so important to get us through this time together. The second thing is we need to keep communicating with one another. So that means we're going to use technology tools. We already stream on Sundays. We'll talk about that in a moment. The big tool we're using now is Zoom. Zoom allows the groups to meet. So our light groups, our ministry groups, they'll be hosted by the leader of the groups, and we'll be using Zoom. It's a free video conferencing platform. Just download it from your app source. Okay, so that's that. The other thing is join Instagram. These messages are going to go on Instagram, Lighthouse Church London, Lighthouse London, and just make sure you follow us. Okay, Instagram's really important. So those are the two things. And the other way is start using our YouTube channel. Okay. Third thing, how's Sunday going to work? Sundays we're going to have we must worship together. It's so important that we have a time of worship. So here's the thing: 10:30 Sundays. We're asking you to get onto YouTube or Spotify and to have a time of worship. It'd be great if you can do that as a household, as a family household, perhaps with others. And then at 11 o'clock. We're going to stream the message, okay? There'll be a weekly preach. It's often going to be me or Kristen at the moment because that's kind of how it is. But how blessed are you? And then at 11:30, we're asking all the people in all the groups to have a time through Zoom of fellowship, feedback, testimony, encouragement for one another, and to have that precious time for about half an hour, okay? So that we have our normal pattern on Sundays. Other things will keep going. We're going to do School of Spirit Life by Zoom. We've already done some healing training by Zoom. We're going to do Lighthouse Board by Zoom. Life goes on. It's just going to be not physically together. I hope that sounds okay. You may be wondering why I'm standing here wearing funny clothes. I'm about to go for a run. And I think that's, I want to just encourage us that, Paul says, I ran the race that the Lord set before me. I pressed on to take hold of that for which he took hold of me. And I guess that's kind of how it has to be. We need to press on, and we'll see the goodness of God through this time. So God bless you. See you Sunday. Bye.